Hello, this is Bethjapan and welcome back to my channel. Here's where we talk about everything Japanese related, or I'll show you, or we can go wander around outside. But yeah, thank you for coming back. Today I'm going to talk about everything New Year's. So I bet every year you are used to preparing for New Year's Eve, especially if you're from England. You might have been preparing a big night out, maybe a New Year's party with all your friends and family, or generally just a great evening. Well, with lockdown, I'm betting that a lot of you are stuck indoors, you don't know what to do, you feel like your New Year's is ruined and you're feeling a little bit down. So I'm going to share with you some of the Japanese customs. They're a little bit different, and maybe it's something you can incorporate into your New Year's this year and make it a little bit more of a positive experience so that you're not moping around. As I mentioned in my previous video, New Year's Eve is very similar to Christmas Day, which means traditionally they don't go out binge drinking or go into the big parties and generally having a good time that way. The week before, leading up to New Year's Day in Japan, is actually spring cleaning. And I've had the unfortunate pleasure of experiencing this myself, because companies will also do the same thing where you'll have to clean the entire building top to toe. Nope, they don't pay cleaners, you have to do it yourself once a year. And you will clean everything from even the windows, inside and out, door frames, behind cupboards, anything you can think of, everywhere you will have to clean. And that's the point. I don't know if you can hear that in the background, but I can literally hear my neighbours like dragging things up and down the staircase because I guess they're doing their cleaning. So it is a very big tradition in Japan. A lot of people do actually get involved with it at work and at home. Not only that, they will also prepare meals for the new year as well. So typically maybe the mother or the woman of the house or the better cook will they will make zuni soup, which is really nice. It's warm for the winter. And they'll also make osechi. It's like a dish, and they have various different foods in there, different kinds depending on, you know, maybe you got a long piece that's meant to symbolize longevity for the year, other pieces, but they all have a special meaning that is meant to be good luck for the new year. Same as the cleaning, it's to clean away all the dirt from that year, all the negativity, everything that was bad. So everything has a symbol in itself, and I think it's such a beautiful way that Japanese people live. I've always found respect for it. I try to incorporate it into my own life to give everything meaning. It's sometimes challenging, but yeah. Every detail is very specific. Even they have a soba noodle, the brown one, and that's also for longevity because it's, you know, long noodles. It's meant to symbolize living a long life and generally just having a better year than the one previously, which I expect everybody wants. Yeah, 2020, yeah, I think a lot of people will be getting ready for the new year in Japan. So New Year's Day is like Christmas in Japan, and Boxing Day is like the Black Friday sales in Japan. So this is something that often excites foreigners. They'll come to Japan, they'll find out that the day after New Year's Day, there'll be fukubokuro sales, which means that every shop will have these kind of gift bags, and they'll have items in from the year, but apparently it's worth way more than the bag itself. Usually I think they're about £50, I would say. So with the items inside worth up to triple. So that can be exciting, especially if you get hold of some of the Pokemon ones where you get like plushies. I'm actually going to try and get one this year, hopefully, just to show you. It's exciting, and what's even more exciting is that even clothes stores and everything have it. So like our equivalent of Topshop, Zara, they all have these gift bags. So you never know what you're gonna get, but you can generally pick a size, I think, as well, which is actually quite exciting. And a lot of younger generation will be excited about this, because the day before or the same day they would receive money from everyone in their family, their parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, and they do actually collect quite a bit of money which they can spend on these lucky bags. And even lucky bags for the younger kids could come in form of candy, so I guess there's something for everyone. The adults generally do not give gifts to each other. However, they do send postcards, and these postcards are called negajo, I think. Anyway, what's important about these postcards is that they will, of course, will say Happy New Year, thank you for the year, whatever. But these postcards are actually lottery tickets in themselves. Every postcard will have a serial number at the bottom, which will maybe or maybe not win you a prize. And I think this is exciting. It is very exciting. Before, they used to win things, more materials, like maybe electronics or something, or maybe even a trip to a ryokan, a trip on holiday to a nice Japanese hotel or something. However, recently it's more cash prizes. So like any lottery, you can just win a ton of money. And what's more exciting than that? I think that's a nice gift, because you're not obligated to give them money, but just giving them that little lottery ticket is a bit exciting. You know, I think it's like a couple of weeks later after New Year you can find out who won. But obviously with everyone buying these postcards, the post office can give out kind of generous lottery prizes as well. So one of the things as well is that I kind of feel bad for the postmen, because they have to try and get all of these out within New Year's Day. So the post office is usually extremely busy. But of course, sometimes they don't get posted the same day, and some trickle on over. So, you know, I've heard that if you forgot anything, you don't have to worry about that. But I bet you're thinking, Beth, this is not something that I can do, is it? How can I do something like this last minute for New Year's? Well, I'm going to share with you what I think is the most interesting parts of Japanese New Year and how you can implement it today. So, of course, you can do your spring cleaning or buy a lottery ticket. Huh? But yeah, I mean, like in Western world, there is a similarity of, you know, the adults in Japan will actually drink sake. It's meant to be cleansing. So yeah, drink some alcohol at home. Let it cleanse you. Yeah, I'll have to work out why it's cleansing. Anyway, so to the real point, Japanese people will often actually watch the first sunrise in Japan. So obviously the New Year's Day sunrise, and I think that's absolutely beautiful. Most of them actually do it at a shrine where they can write their wishes on a tablet. They can, of course, make their prayers, give offerings, and also wear beautiful kimonos. And so this is something that's done in Japan to see the sunrise, so they'll stay at the temple all day. However, some people just go to beautiful places to take photos. Maybe they'll go hiking, or maybe they'll even not stay up all night but wake up early instead. So this is something that I think is very sweet. Get the first sunrise photo. There's something special about seeing the first sunrise of the year, and I think it could be a very maybe even meditating experience, something that would really jolt you into really going into the next year with a bang, because I think most people wake up to the next year with a hangover. So maybe this is something that you could do a little bit different this year. And also, because of this, trains are actually usually running all night in Tokyo, so that people can get to and from those places and not be worried about the time or being stuck out at night, which also helps the other people who do it the Western way, going out partying all night. However, both of these are not as easy to do this year because the train service is not running overnight, just to prevent crowds because of the pandemic. So I would recommend finding somewhere that, you know, is easy access if you're in Japan, but I'm sure if you're overseas you can think of somewhere close to you that you would like to take photos of as well. And moving on to the other thing, I've always been a little bit interested in dreams, very interested in how they affect you. I had sleep paralysis as a child, so I've always been fascinated around dreams in general. I used to have a dream journal. I didn't know until recently though that Japanese people will actually write down the first dream of the new year, and this is meant to symbolize what their year is going to be like prophesizing. I think, well, I personally don't believe in it, but I think it is a fun activity you can do. It's just a bit of fun, isn't it? So what I will do is, in my new year, I will share with you my dream. And I'm scared to make this promise actually, but yeah, I will put online what I dreamt about. I'll put it on my Instagram page, and I would like you to help me analyze that dream from a Japanese perspective. What do you think the dream means, and what do you think my year will be? Very scary to make that promise depending on the type of dream it is, but anyway, I would be interested to hear your thoughts of what you think my new year could be. 2021, is it going to be a banger or cancelled again? Let's hope it's a good one this year. But you could even take this idea one step further and maybe take a record of all your first times in the new year. Maybe make a YouTube video like I am, or make a picture series on Instagram, like the first conversation I had in the new year, the first kiss I had in the new year, the first achievement I had in the new year, or the first New Year's resolution that I actually achieved this year. So I think that would be a very fun activity, just making first times of 2021, and it really will help you appreciate your year a little bit more. I definitely recommend people should make YouTube anyway. They can create a video diary of your year. You can create a video diary of everything you've done, especially if you're living overseas or something. Trust me, I've been here for quite a while, and I can't really remember that much of what I did before because I didn't really take photos or videos, which is what has jolted me into doing it now and why I actually continue. You know, it's not always just going around traveling around Japan. Sometimes I just sit here and reminisce. So yeah, I definitely recommend everyone does the same. It doesn't mean you have to put your dirty laundry online or anything, or your personal information, but you can put the highlights, you can put the good times, birthdays, New Year's, Christmas, these kind of things. So I think that's definitely one thing you could think about doing after the new year. And there we have it. I'm going to finish this video here on a positive note, and I would love to hear what your plans are for the new year. Do you have New Year's resolutions? Do you have anything that you want to achieve next year? And if you have one of those dreams, do let me know. I'd love to hear it, absolutely. So maybe I can help you analyze your dream as well. So all I say is Happy New Year's Eve, have a great new year next year, and I will see you in a future video. Bye.